Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim. Today we're going to put in the signatures. We're going to sew in the signatures to the journal that we've been working on. So I've got, let's scoot this out of the way. I've got these ready. I want to make sure, and the only thing I did was just sew around like these the very top pages. So I'm going to go ahead and fold them. And probably should have done this off camera because y'all pretty much know how to fold these. I like to fold them and make that crease first before I put, these aren't going to be real thick because I plan on adding some ephemera and pockets and all that good stuff. So I wanted to keep them pretty thin so I don't overstuff the journal. And I just want to make sure everything is going the right, reading the right way or in the right position. So the words aren't upside down. Okay, and that's going to be my middle. And then I've got some little other pieces of ledger papers and things I'd like to add. So I'll add this. I think I'll bring this one down. Do that. And then I had a dictionary page and now I can't find it, and it had dragonfly on it. That was the it was the definition of dragonfly. And let's see, that's gonna stick out a little bit, but I can cut that down. Let's see, I'll just tear it right here. Use my little ruler. Tear that down. And I'll do the same to this. We can even, well, you know what? We can actually just fold it in like that. Make sure it's not right here where you're going to make the holes and stitch in. That way it can just flop out. Okay, so that is the first one. This is only 2 signatures. And I usually just make 2. Probably need to start making maybe 3 signatures. But I put a lot. I always put like a mini journal for extra writing place, and also the little mini journal you can take and carry with you in your handbag or backpack, whatever you use. And this is some of my avocado dyed papers that I'm using, and some either tea or coffee. I think this may be coffee. I'm not sure. And this is our last page. Okay, and like I said, I just want to make sure everything is like it's supposed to be, reading, and it's in the correct place and not upside down. Okay, so on here, I think, let's see. I think I'll keep those holes, and let's tear off this. I'll add this. And let's always tear it or keep it. And this is going to be a little bit big too. So this is pretty straight line. I'm going to try my best to cut this straight. And I can already tell I messed up. I just cannot cut straight. For the world, I just can't do it. I really want to. You see why I use my paper cutter. Okay, and get that out of the way, and I think I will cut this down. Let's see. Trim that. Okay, and I have this. I believe I'll put it right here. You know what? I'll just cut it down just a little bit more. Uh-oh. And then I'll put this one at the top. Well, no, at the bottom. And then you'll see this kind of sticking out. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I've creased those individually, and then I'll just run a little crease through here. Let me sit this right here so I'll have more room. Okay, and you can use, if you're doing your signatures, you can, and it's a thick, a lot of people will just use one and double it up like 12 pages together. I don't, because I add so much ephemera. You can use these to hold it, because it's, or even the smaller ones. I think that's the medium size. But for this, I'm just going to use the paper clips. These are the bigger size. I'm going to make sure those are all together. And it's still folding good. See how that's, you don't want it wonky. And I'll clip all 4 sides, and that is just to stabilize the papers and keep them from going anywhere. So that looks good. Okay, I'll sit that there, and then we'll do the same to this. And this is how I do mine. I'm sure other people do it differently. And another paper clip and another paper clip. Just making sure that's gonna fold. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is not my favorite part of doing this. I believe I'll do this as the first signature, and then this is the second signature that I'm gonna sew in. Okay, so you'll need a awl or an ice pick, something that has a pretty sharp edge. You can even use, my needle's crooked, guys, but you could even use a really big needle. It'd have to be bigger than this, because you're going to end up, it's a lot to go through material and your books. And then here is some, I got this, I ordered this from Amazon. I'm not too thrilled about it, but it'll work. Okay, and then what I do is get a book, because I'm going to be pressing into here to keep that crease. But first, and y'all, I have never done this on a table. I'm always doing it in the middle of the floor. Let me see if I've got you in frame. First thing I want to do is get a template out. Now, I have this one, and I got this at Gingerbread Prints. I believe most of her kits come with this. But you can make a template out of anything, as long as it's going to be where you want it to be. This is just cardstock, and then what you can do is get your ruler. And let's say this is how big you want it. Okay, this is 8.5 inches. So what I would do is just bring it right here to the end and see how far apart you'd want. On this one, 8.5, I would probably go 1.5. And then I would come up here and do, let's see, it's about here at a 7, because that's 8.5. That'll give you 1.5 there, 1.5 there. You can even bring it up to 1 if you'd like. It's really up to you. And then right in the middle, around a 4. So say you have that template that you can use for your signature. Just cut it down, make it straight. But that you can use that as a template. I've even folded this. It's a pretty good. I think this one's made out of a cereal box, the cardboard of a cereal box. But see, I've got that in the middle. Okay, so the first signature, I've got this in the middle just to kind of give me an idea where I can. It's a little time consuming, but you can see where I've got that right in the middle. Okay, so I want my signatures, but I don't want to poke it. Too far over. I don't think I'm going to end up pressing into anything. And maybe I even should have come over just a little bit here so it wouldn't go on here. But I don't think it'll really matter too much. And I don't think it will, because see, that's right there. But that's what I'm wanting to do. So I'll just kind of bring this over where this is so I can get a good punch. But it really don't. It's not a big deal. And then I'm going to go all the way through, pretty deep, so you can go through that fabric. And then right through here. Let me see. Yes, you can see those holes right through here. So then I'll keep it like that. And actually, you can paper clip this down, and I usually do. That way it'll stay in place, but I'm so used to doing it that I really don't need to, but you can, just to keep, you know, this template in place. And I probably should have done that. So on the second side, it'll be okay too. So I'll still have it in the middle. And I'll measure that. I think that's maybe maybe a half. Let me measure this right between, because oh, sorry, I didn't give you the measurements on that. That is about 3/4 of an inch. So if you wanted to do even a bigger one, you could do 1 inch. But this is 3/4, and that'd be fine for my signatures and what I'm going to put in them. And this did come over a little bit, look. So I may have to cover that up. I'm definitely not liking that, guys. I may back this up. I just don't know about that. Let me see. And that's going to give me a good area. I think I'm going to back it up just a little bit. So let me get this, because I don't mind it being over here so much, but I do kind of mind it being here. So that's one thing about decorating your cover, the last, and that's usually what I do. But I did want to show you how I did this. I'm thinking maybe I'll just use this and just keep them kind of more together. So I'm just going to inch it over just a little bit, and I can tell pretty much where my line is. So if you can get one down, like slightly off of the middle, then you can just kind of know, because I won't need this much space. So I'll just come back and put this just a little bit. It's giving me just a little bit more space. And I'm still thinking it very well may go into that. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is. Well, we may cover that. We'll figure it out. I mean, it's a junk journal, okay? Not a biggie. Not a biggie. Okay, so now what I want to do is put the holes in here. And this is how I do it. It is a pain, and I'm sure there's another way to do this, but this is the only way I know how to. I'll mark. I'm going to get it in the middle. I'm pretty close to this. See this right here? I want to get that to the edge. So it kind of, when it folds, it all kind of matches together. So I'm going to put this here. This mark. And then I'll mark it here. And then I'll come and mark it here. Then I'll move this out of the way. And I want to go right in the middle of those signatures. Make sure it goes all the way in. Like I said, this isn't too... Ooh, that's too much. I went a little bit too deep, but... Yeah, it's right in the middle of the signatures. See? Okay, and then on the other one, we'll do the same thing. Just measure up where those holes are. And I'm sure, and if I looked a little bit better on YouTube, and you can probably find something a little bit better on YouTube than how I'm showing you, go for it. And if you do, let me know. Because I would like an easier way. Okay, so I got those in. So then I'll move that out of the way. Put this in the middle. And just pop holes right there. That was too deep. Just don't need to go that deep. Just a little bit. Just make sure you got, yep, holes all the way through and in the middle. Okay, so now let me get the book out of the way. And we'll bring this back up. And now I'm going to try to get this threaded. Okay, so I've got it threaded like that. And you're going to want to leave a tail. I'll show you in just a minute, but let's go ahead. I can go ahead. I usually leave mine on because it don't bother me, but let's do about 3 sizes. You may end up having extra, but I like adding the dangles to the end of mine. Okay, so I'm going to put this one in first. Make sure, I think, no, let's see. I can't remember how I wanted it. I just can't remember. Yeah, we can do this one first. Well, I know you can't see, but you can get the general idea of what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to go in the middle of that. And then go in the middle of this. And bring it up through here. Okay, then I'm going to leave this tail on here. And if you want it dangling, because you can always come back. You can't see, I'm sure. Leave this tail dangling right here. You can add beads, or if you want to come back, you can. So now, I will go, let's see, I can go down, because I really want to see what this looks like. I have to find that hole. And if you mess up, it's okay. You can take this out. It's really not a big deal. Let me see if that, make sure that's lining up, because I do tend to get lopsided sometimes. Okay, get that in the middle. And then what I do is see, it's just easier for me. You can see where that middle hole is, and just that way. And then pull that up. And then a lot of people will go in this way and come back up and tie it. And we can do that. Let me see. That'll just give me one. I always do two because I want it secure. So what I do is, since I've come in from the bottom, I'm going to go back into this hole. And you can do it this way. Just try your best to get, if you just have to keep trying a little bit. Okay, you see how that come up? I'm having to work so hard because this is okay, and then you're going into the middle. And I'll pull this through. And I gotta figure out which side. Yep, there we go. And make sure you leave that tag or this little thing, or you'll end up running out of room. Okay, and then I will go back into this where that top hole is. I always want to make sure I'm not going in this hole because I have done that before. I have done that before. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see. That hole. Okay, and then I'll flip this back over. Right there, see where that is? I hope I'm not up too close. And come back through here. Okay, and what I do is go under just to give it a little extra support. And what you'll do right here is tie. Make sure everything is good and tight first. With this, I hate that. I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but I will figure it out. Let's see. Yeah, this is way too much. I didn't need all that. Okay. And I'll tie this tight. And then I'll just cut this off because you can come back later. And I had way too much string. But that's okay. Then you take your clips off. And that looks okay. But you know what? I'm thinking I messed up. It is a little wonky. Let me see. Maybe not, though. No, that's okay. It was looking a little wonky to me. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now the second one, we're going to do the same thing. You already got your holes in. I'm going to come up just a little bit. Yeah, because that'd be good, because you'll have that. I'm just making sure it looks kind of even. Okay. And I'll get some more string. I think it maybe just about that much I do. Okay, I'll re-thread this little beat up needle. I have needles, I just need to find out where they are and put them. Get them. Make sure everything's straight before you go to sewing in. Okay, I'll start right through here in the middle. Remember, you're going to leave your little tail part, so you'll have that. And let's see, right here. My camera keeps shutting off, so I'm hoping you guys are getting to see what I'm doing here. Now, I feel like I'm going to have to be in a hurry to get this going so it don't cut off again. Ugh. Okay, and then I'll go down right through here. I think that was it. And then I'll go swing it back over, go through the bottom. If I can find that. I'll have to see what's up with my phone later. I'll probably have I have so many pictures and stuff stored on it, so that may be exactly what's wrong with it. So then I'll go back through here again, through that middle part. And then right through there's the hole. No, this is, whoops. See how you can easily go through the wrong thing. Okay. And then get this to going. Okay, and then we'll follow this up. I believe it's right here. It's hard to see those holes. But, yep, that's it. I just want to make sure. You see me double checking. And then I'll go through here. Like that. And you can add beads on and stuff as you go. I'll do that on another one, though. And then I'm going to go right through here and bring that down. And tighten all of this. You can feel it tighten as you go. See that? And then tighten up. And then you can clip it. I mean, clip the strings is what I meant. But unclip this. Okay, yep, that looks pretty good and pretty even. So I am pleased with that. It's pretty good. It's just a little off, but that's okay. By the time you add your trims and stuff, it will be okay. And you can also, I usually, right before I double tie it, you can kind of jiggle it a little bit and make sure, show you right here. Ugh. If I can find it, here it is. See how that's kind of loose still? Make sure you have pretty even, and right here even and even, and then you can go back, tighten it up, and double tie it. That way it won't be going anywhere. So now you can add your trims. Uh-oh, that's upside down. You can add your trims on your sides. You can add your pockets and all that. So I have this coming down. I have used way too much of the string for sure. But yeah, you can do all kinds of things. But if you're going to sew, the best thing I can tell you is sew before you actually sew in your signatures into your journal cover. But yeah, see, I'm not liking this at all. Uh-oh, got strings here. Clip that off. So what I'm probably going to do is pop this off, cut this off, and then either unglue it and glue it back, or put something, another piece of fabric down, or even use some more of this. You could do this, and that would give it, you know, just like this or something. Oops, that's upside down. But you see what I'm talking about. You can add this where it's not showing, or another piece of fabric. But I will definitely try my best to unglue this and put this over. And then unglue that. So that's not a big deal. But anyway, that is how I sew in my signatures. And I hope it has helped. They're sturdy. They're not going anywhere. So I hope that helped everybody, or somebody. If you have any questions or anything, just PM me. I don't mind, or ask in the comments, and I'll try to answer my best. But thank you guys for watching. And until next time, y'all have a great day or night. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.